Hello everyone, welcome to Premier Soccer Academy podcast, where we talk about everything football, locally and further afield.
So in this first episode of the podcast, we're going to introduce you to Matthew, a little bit about his past, how he got into football, and where we think that the Premier Soccer Academy is going to go. I am Ryan. I'm usually going to be behind the camera. I'm going to be the Jamie to Matthew's Joe Rogan, and we'll see how it goes. And we'll start off with a couple of quick-fire questions to Matthew, and go from there. See where this takes us. So, Matthew, what age are you?
27.
And what do you do for a living?
I work in a factory.
And what do you want to be doing?
I want to be coaching football full time.
What's your favourite football team?
Manchester United.
And why?
Because they're the best team in the world.
Correct. So, Matthew, you're obviously into coaching. How did you get into coaching? Or why coaching? Why not playing?
Well, I started coaching about 10 years ago, and I was in tech, and I was doing a sports course, and that was part of the course was coaching in local schools and stuff. So I kind of threw myself into that, and I got the bug for it, and I really enjoyed it. And then one thing led to another, and here we are today.
Mm-hmm. And did you have a past of playing before that?
I did. I played locally for a few years, but it was never going to be any significant level. But once I got involved in coaching, I really enjoyed it, and I thought to myself, I think I can really make a good go of this. So I threw myself in it, played for a little while after, but after a few years of trying to do both, I decided to stop playing and concentrate on the coaching full time.
Okay. So you weren't going to make it as a Manchester United player?
Far from it.
Well, back then you wouldn't have. Now you probably had a shot, to be honest.
Slim chance,
you
yes.
probably have a shot at the minute.
Slim chance.
So have you? Who have you coached in the past? Have you any experience coaching teams, or is it coaching individuals that you prefer? Or
so I started coaching a local team. I was one of the founder members of Allenlong Rovers, which is now Allenlong Youth, and coached there for a couple of seasons, couple of years, and then moved into the senior team in Allenlong and coached and managed there for 2 seasons, and then was doing some coaching badges along at the same time as that, and got an opportunity then to move to Glenavon to coach in the academy there, which would have been an Irish League academy. So moved there for a year and a half, and then moved to Warrenpoint Town to coach their under 20s, which would have been reserves, for 3 seasons, and then now I'm coaching at Valley Rangers, first team coach in Intermediate A. So I've a pretty good background and experience in coaching so far. So
yeah, and so far, what's the highlight been?
Well, there's been so many. It was 2 years at the Milk Cup with the County Tyrone Premier team. That was a big highlight. It was an amazing week up there. But I just love coaching and out in the training pitch, working with players, meeting new players, working with people. I just love that side of it.
Okay, so the Milk Cup, that's a pretty big deal. That's sort of probably the most famous tournament in Northern Ireland outside Irish League.
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel? How did you find that? Was that a tough challenge, or?
It was a challenge, but it was an amazing experience. The manager from the Tyrone team I knew, and he asked me would I come on coach for him. So I jumped at that opportunity and knew to be working with the best players in the County Tyrone area, and then to take them to the Milk Cup. It was an amazing experience, and one that I want to do again sometime, but one I'll never forget as well. It was an amazing experience, just playing teams all around the world, and playing teams we played a team from China, we played teams from South America. It was just an incredible experience to see football through so many different cultures and so many different ways, and learn so much and meet so many people, and it was fascinating. It was a really amazing experience.
Would we know any of the teams that you've played?
We played some of the local county teams. We played County Antrim, We played. Who did we play? It's been that long ago. I can hardly remember.
So no Boca Juniors.
No. There was one from Ghana. I just can't remember their name. They won the tournament like 3 years out of 4.
Right.
And we played them in a group game, and they beat us. I think it was 3-0 or 4-0 it finished. But it was a full-time academy from Ghana.
Right.
And obviously Ghana's a big area, and they can pull in from lots of different places. And that was kind of the team that everybody wanted to go up against, to test themselves against. And we got them in. It was the second year in the group, and it was a fantastic experience. And yeah, just playing mostly full-time teams. We played Partick Thistle from Scotland. It was another good experience playing them. They were full-time, bringing their teams over. A lot of them played a year above themselves, which meant they were actually a year younger than our players. But because they were so good and so talented, you wouldn't even know. But just to play teams from all over the world, you never think you're going to get the chance to do it when you're just coaching football in Kilkeel or Annalong. But to get that chance to do that was an amazing experience, as I say.
So moving on from that, you're no longer coaching the County Tyrone team. You're back in Mourne with the Valley Rangers. How are you finding that?
Yeah, loving it. It's a fantastic club, fantastic people, great squad, and yeah, really enjoying it. It's different to what I'm used to. I've been in youth football for a long time, where it's a bit different than senior football. Senior football is results based, win at all costs. So it's been a bit of a challenge to adapt your coaching style, whether you were allowed to coach really whatever you wanted. In youth football, winning didn't overly matter. It was the development of the players, but you've had to flip that now and try and coach and develop the team and the players, but also try and win games at the same time. So it's been a really fantastic experience. I've loved every minute of it, and I plan to continue on there for a long time. Yeah. And if it wasn't for the club, I probably wouldn't be starting this Premier Soccer Academy, because they've been very good in their support and what they're doing for me behind the scenes. And if it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't be here today doing this. So very thankful to them for that as well.
Cool. So you're a coach. Whenever people think of a coach, it can be quite a broad spectrum. You have your goalkeeping coaches, your fitness coaches. There's so many different types of coaching. What sort of coaching does Premier Soccer Academy provide?
Well, Premier Soccer Academy provides a wide range of coaching. There's obviously the coaches, and there's the football coaches themselves who work with individual players, small groups. But then we also have our own goalkeeping coach, who is a specialised goalkeeping coach himself. So he works with our goalkeeping section, which isn't too big at the minute, but hopefully through time and through patience and hard work, we will expand that. There also is plans in the pipeline to bring in things like fitness coaches, strength and conditioning coaches, things like that. So Premier Soccer Academy tries to cover all bases, or will hopefully cover all bases in the future. But at the minute, we cater for outfield players and specifically goalkeepers, which is a big thing because there's not many goalkeeping specific coaches even in this area. But there is at Premier Soccer Academy, which kind of makes us different to what else is around here.
So what you said it was the Valley Rangers that sort of led you to starting the academy. What made you take the leap? It's sometimes a hard thing to, especially if you're working somewhere else, to take the jump to start a new venture, especially one like this.
Well, I found it very hard at the start because there's always that doubt in your mind, will it succeed? After 2 or 3 weeks, will you have to pull the plug, and then you look like you don't know what you're doing? But it's something that's been in my head for a while. My dream is to work in football full time, and in this country it is very difficult to get a position like that. So I'm thinking to myself, well, why not create your own? And it is something that I've toyed with for a while, and it's been in my head, will I do it, will I not? But just even over lockdown, or at the start of lockdown, I thought to myself, this is a really good chance to get some work done behind the scenes, and then maybe give it a go whenever it was safe to do so. And obviously, having worked with so many players around the district, they know who I am, they know what my coaching's like. They know things about me, so I thought to myself it would be a real good time to try it and have a go at it. And I just threw myself at it, and it's been a very successful opening 4 months. A very busy 4 months trying to balance a full-time job at the same time, but I'm determined to make it work, and I'll do whatever I have to do to make it work.
From knowing you and talking to you in the past about the academy and working with the academy on their media side of things, I've seen a lot of the highs and the benefits that this sort of academy brings to both you and the players. But it might be good to tell us, are there any lows that you've hit so far? What have been the challenges? What have you faced so far?
Challenges have been trying to keep yourself, I know it's early days, but trying to keep yourself motivated when you come out of work, after starting work at 6 o'clock in the morning, to come out at work at 2:30 and have 3 or 4 hours coaching ahead of you. That's a challenge mentally, to try and keep your enthusiasm and try and keep your energy up for every session and make sure that every session is the best you can be. Trying to start our group sessions on a Friday have proved difficult. The 9 to 13-year-olds has been hard to start. We started with 6. We now have only 2, and you think to yourself, is it ever going to work? Is it ever going to take off? Is it ever going to happen for you? But we're only 4 months in, so we're going very well from what we started at. Even the goalkeeping section has only 1 goalkeeper in it at the minute. I thought it would take off very quick, but it's proved very difficult to start. But you just have to have patience, and as I said, I'm determined to make it work. So we just have to keep working hard and trying to make it happen.
So this podcast is about coaching and about learning and football specifically, locally. But like you said at the start, it's also about football more broadly as well. We probably intend on doing a wee bit more talking about styles of football and what happens in other leagues and across the world, just general football. So we're recording this at the end of October. Maybe it would be good to give a quick breakdown of how we think the Premier League's going. We're both Manchester United fans, so maybe just lean away from that. At the time this has been recorded, Manchester United's just beat PSG. Then we drew with Chelsea. Liverpool's, are they going to crumble? Who knows?
So.
Who knows? Virgil van Dijk seems to be out for 8 months. Arsenal's Arteta, I don't know about them. I don't know how you feel about them. They've still got Aston Villa's still unbeaten at the minute. Everton's just been beaten. What are your thoughts?
It's hard to know. So I think the whole fans thing is playing a big part in it. There doesn't really seem to be such thing as home advantage anymore, which is very good. And teams are scoring goals for fun, and there's no clean sheets. There's a lot of away wins. It's good for entertainment. It's not good at the moment for Manchester United fans, but in general, I'm really enjoying it. Every game is interesting. Every fixture is thrown something up that's been different or you've never seen. Even the whole VAR thing is really controversial and entertaining if it doesn't affect your team. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it at the minute. I think it's brilliant, and obviously you want fans back into the ground as quick as possible. But from watching it from afar, it's very entertaining, and I hope the games continue to throw up as much upsets and goals and strange moments as they have over the past opening 5 or 6 matches.
Yeah. Well, as United fans, we're not really allowed to like Leeds United. Sort of, you don't like Leeds, but I have to say they are entertaining to watch. I can't get enough of Everton. I can't get enough of Ancelotti's Everton at the minute.
Yeah, two good teams. I think Bielsa's style of football has really taken the Premier League by surprise, and it's good to see. But it'd be interesting to see how long they can keep it for.
Yeah,
how long they can sustain it for.
He's an interesting character.
But even the likes of Villa, Crystal Palace, teams like that who are up round the top 6.
I hate playing Crystal Palace.
It'll just be interesting to see how long they can sustain it for, and how long they stay up there. So it's interesting, and suppose it leaves it open that one team isn't running away for like last year.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a good place to wrap up. The first episode. In the next few episodes, we've got some interesting guests coming on. We're really looking forward to getting to speak to them about their stories, whether it be in coaching or some other lead of life. I'm sure you'll all enjoy it too. Whenever you listen in, and I think we'll sign off there. Thank you all very much for listening. If you're watching this on YouTube, drop us a like, subscribe. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever, make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Don't miss another one. And we will see you all later.